All right. How to target each glute muscle. The shelf, roundness. Let's break this down. All right, the shelf is the glute medius. I agree, but then she shows a hyperextension, a sumo squat, and a step up. So the hyperextension is going to work the gluteus maximus, maybe a little more upper than lower, but it works the glute max. The sumo squat works the gluteus maximus, maybe a little lower than upper, but it works the glute max. And then the step up works the glute max as well, mostly the lower. None of these work the glute medius, okay? All right, next, roundness, the gluteus maximus, okay? RDL, split squat, and hip thrust, I agree. Those all three work the gluteus maximus very well. Arguably the three best exercises for the glute max. Also a kickback would be good here. But then the next slide, hip dips. You can't work your hip dips. Again, that says the minimus. So the glute medius is the shelf, but the glute minimus is hip dips. So the gluteus minimus is underneath the gluteus medius. How would one build a shelf and the other builds hip dips or gets rid of hip dips? I don't even know what she's saying, but okay. Top right exercise, clamshell. That's not a clamshell. That's a standing hip abduction with a plate. The bottom left, leg raise, that's a cable standing hip abduction. And then the bottom right abduction, that's seated hip abduction. Yes, I do agree these will work the glute medius and the glute minimus, but they don't get rid of hip dips. I'm just so confused. So this is Moss M Fit, and I just want to keep pointing this out to you guys because lately I'm seeing so many posts every single day and they're all wrong. It's like we have an epidemic of incorrect glute information out there, and it's just getting worse and worse. I look at the comments and you guys don't even know how to spot that it's wrong. So that's what I'm committing myself to. I want you guys to learn how to spot wrong information. You want to work the glute medius and minimus, you do abduction movements, preferably the frontal plane. You want to work the gluteus maximus, you do hip extension movements. Now, there's some evidence that horizontal movements like hip thrusts, kickbacks, and back extensions might work more upper gluteus maximus, and then vertical hip extension exercises like squats and RDLs and lunges and step-ups might work more lower gluteus maximus, but we don't have good evidence for that. But anyway, hip extension works the gluteus maximus, hip abduction works the glute medius and minimus. It's not that complicated. Please learn how to spot this stuff so that we can all call these people out together. I'm Bret Contreras, aka the Glute Guy.